Welcome to the Journey Uncovered, where we have conversations with big thinkers, creatives, and entrepreneurs for them to share their setbacks, their wins, and every little thing in between. For us, we care a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot, about every little thing in between, because that is where the story is. That is where the formation happens. And on today's episode, we have someone who is building a bookkeeping app for Africans, actually. And it's interesting to know that there's someone who is trying to solve SME problems in terms of bookkeeping, because most of the people that you speak to when they start a business, they do not have a way of keeping track of their business. They do not have a way of keeping track of their profits, their revenue, nothing. All they know how to do is write it on, pieces of paper sometimes. Some people who are good enough have exercise books that they keep it on, but there's no way of actually, getting analytics and all of that. So on this episode, we have the CEO of, you thought I was going to mention it. No. Let the guest introduce himself.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Edwin Roger. I'm the founder and CEO of KeepUp Store.
Nice. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, because we don't know who you are. What do you do?
All right, so I'm a software engineer. First and foremost, I enjoy solving problems. One of the main tools inside my problem solving toolbox is knowing how to code. So whenever I face any challenge, the first question I ask myself, okay, how can I solve this problem with technology and make it better, easier, and faster? Right. So that's a bit about what I do. I was born in Koforidua in the Eastern region. I got my bachelor's in computer science from Valley View University. And that's where I actually fell in love with using tech to solve problems. Because I saw firsthand how it changed issues that I came across and made it really efficient and easy for people to get things done. So that's a little about me.
Okay, so not to take you out of the conversation, you mentioned that you like using tech to solve problems. So there's a dialogue out there about developers that they are mainly building apps for the fun of it and to raise funds. And immediately they are done raising funds, then they jump ship and stop solving the problems that they said that they were solving.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
So when it comes to the tech industry, people trying to solve problems, right? Yes, not everybody's interested in solving the actual problems on the ground. People are seeing tech as a means to a fortune, right? But there are people that are going to do that, and there are players in the game that are always going to find serious pain points and problems in the society and build solution for. So I'm like, people shouldn't be discouraged in getting into tech, trying to solve problems with tech in general, looking at what other people are doing. They should just focus on the problem that is at hand, build a solution for it, push it out. If the problem is a huge pain point enough, you are going to get users to patronize whatever you've built, and from there you'll be able to grow it and raise money and do amazing things from there.
Is that a story of KeepUp?
In a way, yes. That's the story of KeepUp.
Okay, so tell my audience about KeepUp, like the way they should know about it.
So KeepUp was originally a small project that I started in university. So back in uni, being part of the computer science department, you were automatically part of an association, right? It was the Computer Science Student Association, right? And every semester you're supposed to pay dues.
Okay.
Now, this was a requirement, and failure to pay it means you might not be able to allow to write an exam. And how they were going about the dues collection was manual, right? So you pay, they give you a physical receipt, and you're supposed to show this when you're entering the exam hall so that you don't get bounced. Now, I was a victim to that situation where I lost my receipt and I wasn't allowed to write my midterm. And this was like, we can't be in a computer science department and still be doing things manually, right? There should be a better way to go about this whole thing.
Right.
So I pitched, one of my friends was the COSA president.
Okay.
So I pitched the idea to him that, you know what, why not build something digital? Because every student walks around with a phone in their pocket so that at least they can have it. Some were smart enough to take pictures of their invoice,
Their invoice
but if it's digital, they can always have it. They can retrieve it, or even if they don't have their phone, they can use someone's phone to
to
retrieve
retrieve
it,
it.
right? And he liked the idea, so I set off, built the first version. Was very simple, just invoicing tool. Took me like a week to put it together. We launched it, and the adoption was amazing because it was convenient. So that's how it started. Back then, it was called Paperless.
Paperless.
Yes, that was it
Nice.
for them. So we rolled that out. People started using it, and that was the first time I saw you can actually solve huge problems with something simple. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. And from there, it just took off. It became something on its own.
Mm. Take me through like the first year of actually, setting up paperless and then moving it from idea phase to final execution.
Well, paperless. I think the first thing I did was drop a structure on how the application should work. So I spoke to some students around what were the issue with, because the issue was very clear, but what were some of the ways that they like how I'm thinking about the problem to make sure if they are looking at it that same way. So had a sample of like a flow that I showed up to a few of my friends in the hostel to get their take on what they think of the solution. Then from there, just went straight to building it. It wasn't much of a difficult thing to do because before that, I've already been doing a lot of freelance work, right? Building solutions for small businesses. So development wasn't something that I struggled with. So it
Okay.
was an easy build. And the first hurdle was the pilot, right? Because I was in school, money was tight because I was still paying my fees
Yeah.
myself with some of the freelance job I was doing. So deploying it and looking at the number of students that were going to be on it, I needed to get like a server to run it
Host
on,
it
host it. So lucky enough, I had a certain project that I did that had shared hosting. So I deployed it on
on
it.
that side.
And getting the domain became a challenge as well because paperless wasn't available. So it was actually paperless dot that project's domain,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it was a
It
subdomain
was a
kind of thing.
subdomain.
So we deployed it and they started using it. So if it wasn't even a paid thing, the what I got out of it was I wasn't going to pay dues as long as I'm in school. So that was the only upside with the whole thing. So yeah, that was the first year of running the platform in
So
school.
how did it move from paperless to keep up? Or it never moved from paperless to keep up? It was more like this is my first project and it was interesting. So now let's see what else you can do.
Yeah, so I left it for a while. It was running on its own, and there was this component in the application where whenever they issue an invoice, the students will get an SMS on their phone, right? So
Mhm.
a link is in the SMS, they can open it and view the invoice. That's how it's able to create a convenience that you can just take anybody's phone. Sometimes you enter your student ID and you can get
And
your
you can
invoice,
get your
right?
nice.
So it was really simple, but there was a cost, which was the SMS, right? Back then, SMS wasn't expensive. It's still not that expensive, but it was a cost that I had to be putting all the time.
Mm.
So it got to a point they will call me, oh, the SMS is finished. We are sending it and the students are not getting it. I'm like, now I have to go buy and top it up. So when I graduated, this was like 2020.
Okay.
I was like, I can't keep doing this. They can't keep calling me that I should top up credit because by that time that we're in the second batch in terms of the um president and
Oh,
the
okay.
organizers of the COSA, the board of directors of Focus,
Directors.
right? They were in the second or third phase. So they didn't actually know who I was. They have to call the previous person to get to
Get to
me.
you.
I was like, no, I have to do this thing in a simple way. And around that same time, my sister was also using it for my mom's business a little bit. And she was giving me feedback. Oh, can you add this to it? Can you change it? I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. So I was like, let me go back to the drawing board. rebuild this and make it in a way that people buy the SMS and just use it, right? So that they don't have to come back
To
and
you.
telling me, okay, they have run out of SMS and stuff like that. So that was the first iteration of KeepUp, making it in a way that is self-serving. Yes, you don't have to talk to anyone. Just go to it, set up your own account, and do your own thing. Right? Pay and get the SMS and start sending invoices to customers.
So we'd like to say a very big thank you to our sponsor, Is Visual Render, for providing us with this space to have the recording in. Is Visual Render is a 3D studio located in Accra. They create 3D images and animations for marketing purposes and presentation purposes. If you're a real estate developer, an interior designer, or an architect looking to create images and animations for your project, look no further than Is Visual Render. They create the best images and animations and also virtual tours for any kind of projects that you can think about. Contact Is Visual Render today and let them create the best visualization for your projects.
So that was the first time the name KeepUp came up. All right. Now, or the platform KeepUp started, right? The name KeepUp came as a result of I couldn't get Paperless still. I needed a name for the platform. And one of the word that kept coming up was, okay, I will need to keep up with my records. I need to keep up with my sales. I need to record this. So KeepUp was the word that kept coming up. Right. So I was like, you know what, let's go with KeepUp. Now, the check for it and keepup.com was available. I was like, keepup.com, okay. But this is for businesses. So there was a .store extension. So I was like, you know, .store is not bad. But it's for businesses
It's
anyway.
for businesses
So
at the end of the day.
let me just get keepup.store and, start building this. So that was the first part of it.
Okay. That's interesting. Now, I had a follow-up question. The follow-up question was more in the direction of you solved the first problem and then it required you to do a lot of research. Could you share with us like your basis for doing the research? Was it instinctive that, oh, maybe I'm thinking of the problem like this? Because I've seen a lot of it out there. Like you think that this is a problem, but the other people don't think that is a problem. They think this other thing is a problem. So what informed you to do that kind of research? Because indirectly you did market research.
Yes, in a way. So one of the main pain points was some student not being allowed to write. I wasn't the only one. There were a handful of us. So talking to those kind of students, we're like, nah, this is like annoying. You should know that I've paid, right? And you should allow me. I shouldn't have to carry around a piece of paper. So I was like, during the market research, that was one of the main things I was trying to find out from them that, okay, when you do get your invoice, what do you do with it? And some were like, oh, I just put it in my notebook, so I keep it in my bag, or I keep it in my purse, so that I always have it with me, right? So like, what if you don't have to do that? What if you take a picture of it, right? So yeah, we also take a picture of it and stuff. And I realized that, okay, that is one side of the problem. That's one way to solve the problem, right? Take a picture and always have it with you. But the other side of the problem too was the accountability part for the department, the organizers, right? Where they had to show, okay, how much they've collected so far, who hasn't paid, who has paid. And that became another challenge that they had because they were using a book to track who has paid and who hasn't paid. So I was like, the problem can be solved with just taking a picture of the invoice, but on the other side too, they don't have a tool to properly manage everything and see who hasn't paid.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we need a solution that solves it in a way that the user can always get access to what they paid, a proof of it, and the organization or the institution can also have a way to track what is going on and who hasn't paid and who has paid. So that way, when the lectures come, instead of looking at everybody or checking everybody at the entrance, they just enter in like, you haven't paid, you haven't paid, you haven't paid, without people having to show
any proof.
Yeah.
Nice. So now for my listeners, could you tell us how you describe KeepUp and how it helps businesses?
So I will describe KeepUp as a business management tool, right?
Okay.
Or business management platform that is designed for small businesses, especially for African small businesses, right? And this helps business owners to track their sales, manage their inventory, track the expenses, um, manage their customers, and have all their financial records in one place.
Okay.
Right. So that is what KeepUp is.
And what are some of the, standout not standout benefits? Standout, what are some of the standout features that you have on it?
So the features that we have are grouped into modules that focus on key aspects of business operations, right? So we have a CRM module that helps businesses to communicate with their customers, interact with their customers,
Okay.
see purchase patterns for a particular customer, um, message them, like we're just retargeting old customers or converting new leads by sending them messages via SMS or email. So that's the CRM part. Then we have the sales module, which helps them send out invoices, receipts, accept payments, and payments can be accepted on the invoice with integrations with payment providers that we have on the platform like Paystack, Haptel, Stripe, and Flutterway.
Okay.
Right. And there's also the inventory module, which helps you track the stock of your products, how much you have in stock. You get auto reminders when you're running low in stock.
Mm.
You also get analytics on your performance of the product that you're selling, which one is selling the most, which are not selling so well. Then we have the expenses module and the team member module, which helps you to add other people to your business, to delegate different aspects of the application for them to manage. And last but not the least is the online store feature where you can have a online catalog and customers can browse through,
Mm.
place orders instead of you having to send pictures of all the products you're selling on WhatsApp for the customer to be like, okay, I want this one. Do you have some in store? So that just makes managing your business easy with all these modules. So yes, those are some of the key modules we have.
Now, I know you're not alien to the fact that you may not be the only one who has like a solution like this.
Yeah, true.
So, what's what is that edging factor on your end? Because although I know that you're building for
Mm-hmm.
for like Africans to solve their problems,
Yeah.
an exception of like, because there's a different platform I know of, but in finding out from like doing my own research, I checked yours and I checked theirs and I was like, nah, let me use this one because this one is like the problem that is solving is my problem, and which
Okay.
is keeping track of how much money I've made, how much I've spent, and what I have left after making all those expenses. So those features that you mentioned, what makes yours so unique to the African person?
Okay. So first of all, we understand the people we are building for, right? So Africans are now at the phase where they are adapting technology. And as a result of that, business owners are also at the forefront of trying to use tech to get things done
Done.
easier. And not all business owners are tech savvy. So the first point is we are trying to get the application as simple as possible so that it's not too cumbersome for them to get around and get things done. Now, the other thing too we realize is the African markets, they are price sensitive, right? So it's not like we are the most affordable in the market,
Mhm.
but we try to meet them at that point, right? In that level. There are other platforms that are equally affordable in the same range that are doing amazing. But what sets us apart is we are focused on simplicity because that's what our clients care about. We also focus on what's the word? Giving the like a better fighting chance for every business owner. What I mean by that is most platforms have certain functionalities locked away on higher tiers.
Mm.
We feel like as a business in Africa, you need all the tools you can get to survive. So every module that I just spoke of is available on all the tiers that we have, and the limit is only based on the usage. So if you're a business that is just starting out new and you're not doing, let's say, more than 50 sales in a month, but you still want to have better accounts on what is happening with your business, where things are, you can get a plan for 40 cities. And with that, you can do everything, even have your own online store and sell.
Oh,
Right. So it's not locked away behind a tier. So that is our approach on approaching like solving the problem in how we understand our customers' pain points and building for that.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've heard you mention some of the models, right? But could you tell us the kind of businesses that use it? Because sometimes, the viewers know they know the modules, or some who don't, and some
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
do know the models. But what kind of businesses can use KeepUp?
So the businesses that we are looking at are small businesses that are growing, that are in the retail, service, um, beauty and wellness, food and beverages industry. All these kind of businesses are the ones that we are targeting.
We also like to say a very big thank you to Boardhouse Electrical for providing us with a solar setup to run our studio space. We do not have interrupted power when we are recording because of the setup that they've given us. And so if you're home, you're an office, or you are any kind of business looking to have uninterrupted power, look no further than Boardhouse Electrical. We've been on this setup for like 4 years now, and we've not had any issues on them. And so for any kind of power need, contact Boardhouse Electrical. They will take care of you. And I mean, like, they'll take care of you.
Currently, so they tend to use it day to day for recording sales, for knowing how much they have in stock in certain product that they're selling. For the service, individuals, they're able to use it to send invoices professionally, where some of these stuffs are branded, right? For example, every SMS that goes out to your customer can bear your business name, provided you verify your business on the platform, right?
Okay.
So you can send, let's say, your businesses Maawachi. You can send a receipt to your customer and it shows Maawachi as the sender ID.
Sender.
And that gives you that credibility as a business and makes you look very professional.
All right. So I know every founder faces challenges, right?
Yeah.
Since you started. What are some
Mhm.
of the challenges that you faced?
Ah, boy. So one of the major challenge that I faced was I'm a software engineer building an accounting product. And there was this knowledge gap where I needed to understand how all the modules that I spoke about comes together and gives like how should I put it, a view on how the business is doing, the business health. So this took me a while. I had to do a lot of learning, like uh taking courses in accounting to better understand how balance sheet works, how income statement works, how cash flow works, how expenses and inventory and all these different aspects of the business come together to generate these kind of reports so the business can know what is happening. Because the main thing that a business wants to know is how much money is coming in, how much money is going, and am I in the red or I'm good, right? And there are a lot of moving parts that have to give the business this information. So that was a major hurdle. So turning to learning, consulting with other accountants to see how they can review the system if we are doing the right thing, so that the numbers always add up and we don't have um, figures in negative, but meanwhile the person is actually making a profit. So, and there were times where you talk to accountants and because they are coming from the angle of, oh, you have to have a balance sheet, trial balance, billable entry. But we're like, we can't build a system that way because the business owner is not thinking in that sense. They think like every money that leaves the account is an expense, and every money that comes in is income or revenue. Simple. So we don't want to give them like an interface that is so accounting heavy that they find it difficult to navigate. So that was one of the challenges. And with the help of feedback from our users, we were able to tailor the product in a way that it was simple to use, but most of the heavy lifting was done in the back end. And at the end of the day, we were able to show the numbers and everything was adding up.
Everything was adding up.
Yeah.
What's customer relationship like for you? Because it seems you get a lot of feedback from your customers.
Yeah, because that is one thing that we cherish the most. Because since we started, they've been in the driver's seat. steering how the product is evolving, right? Or is going. So what some of our amazing features were as a result of recommendations from the users that were using it. So we really cherish our customers' recommendations and suggestions because it helps us know whether we are doing the right thing or we are heading the right direction or not.
Mm, mm. Now, on the flip side, was there ever a moment you felt like the thing that I'm doing, I just want to drop it and move on with my life?
Yeah, yeah. So the early days when we started, when I started Keep Up like officially making it to a platform, the idea was we're selling SMS because we tied everything to invoicing, right? And it wasn't working because we will go, and at that point we also thought every business was our customer, right? So we'll go to like a convenience shop and talk to the owner, and they're like, they can't be bothered. And they're like, nah, I'm okay. I don't want to record anything. So it was difficult finding the right customer to
Customer.
sell to. So when that was happening, we felt like maybe, Ghanaians, they like the way things are, right? They're not looking for any tech solution. And I followed my girlfriend and now my wife to one of her rounds. She does a sugarcane juice. She produces juice with sugarcane. So went on one of shopping to get materials,
Mhm.
and we entered the shop that where she gets her bottle. Right. So we spoke to the person she wants to buy this or that, and she was like she wants an invoice or a receipt for what she's paid for. And the guy was like, "Oh, we'll send it to you at the end of the day. You have to contact our office and do one and we'll send it to you." So right there, I was like, okay, can I suggest something to you? We have this application that you can use, and you could have send the invoice right now,
Mhm.
and that would have solved this problem for you instead of waiting to the end of the day. He was like, "Oh, okay, really?" So he took my number. I sent him the link and everything. I didn't think much of it after that interaction
Conversation.
because I've spoken to people where they're like, "Oh yeah, it's interesting.
No,
We'll
I will
use
call
it."
you.
So I got home the following day in the morning. I got a call around 8 a.m. and it was this person. I was like, "So, oh, I'm on your system, and I wanted to ask you, how do you do this? How do you do that?" I was like, "Okay, you can go here, go there," and I sent him a couple of tutorials that we've prepared. So, not knowing he was one of the big suppliers when it comes to packaging in Accra or in Ghana, I say,
Oh.
right, for small businesses. So he started using it because he was into B2B. He became one of the biggest customer that we have. So he was sending invoices to customers, receipts, and it bared his company name. So most people, some customers will call me like, "Ah, what system are you using to do this thing?" It's like, "Oh, it's a platform. Is there?" So I thought like it's a custom system they built for you. No, no, no. There's a
Is
link.
there
Then
just
people started signing up. People started signing up using the platform. So it was at that point I also realized that okay, we need to put um an ad on the invoices, right? At the bottom part of it. And things just took off from there. We started getting users that were not in our immediate circle that we didn't know signing up, patronizing the platform. And that's when we are like, okay, it's we don't have to give up. Like the problem is there. We're just looking at the wrong
people?
customers, they're the wrong people. So that helped us streamline, okay, what are the kind of businesses that we should target? And we realized that these were businesses that they were in their growing phase, right? Because when you start a business, you tend to have all your operations, you can actually keep it mentally or in the book. And we actually advise you keep record, not mentally, but in the book or an Excel. But it gets to a point where those tools don't cut it anymore
Yeah.
because you have to now coordinate stuff in different places, get a tool to now manage everything. So we started using that as the customer profile that we'll be looking for. Businesses that are about to grow, they are moving from the micro stage where they're figuring out their product and what to do, and now they are starting to get volume in sales, and they need a way to stay organized. Yeah,
Mm. Okay, that's good. Because okay, so for that particular reason, I think businesses that actually also look at getting investors would like to do that because I
yeah,
hear one of the very first things investors do is to ask for your books.
True.
And if they check your books and your books are not adding up,
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
definitely not invest in you. Now, you mentioned that one of the challenges you had initially was the fact that you were not looking in the right direction. That's, you were looking at the wrong customer base.
Yeah.
Why do you think you were looking at the wrong customer base?
So I think I've built a couple of products in the past, right? And every time, the ones that are not freelance, right? Like personal projects that I build. When you're building, you think you have this idea, or most engineers have this idea that, oh, everybody can use this tool, right? So you build a solution and you're looking at the entire world jumping on it because this problem, everybody has it. Like it's a business tool. If you're running a business, that you need it. But that is not always the case. So sometimes the product is for a particular niche of people. So you need to find the niche that it belongs to. So finding that right customers that had the problem that we are trying to solve, but we needed to know the exact problem that we're solving. It wasn't just record keeping, right? It was businesses that were looking for a way to see how they were doing as a business, right? And they needed data to do that. And that was the problem that they had. So they're looking for a solution to solve that problem. There are some businesses that they don't have that problem, right? Let's say they are selling tiles and that is all they sell. It's one type of tile and they are not selling to hundreds of customers, right? They are supplying to, let's say, 50, 10 customers a month. So they are cool. And for them, that business is okay. Such a business wouldn't need the solution, that they are not in a dire need of the solution. It'll be helpful for them, but it's not like something they need at all costs, right? So being able to tell which type of customer to focus on or to target was really key to help us shape the product. Because at the end of the day, you might end up building for everybody and not build for anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah.
A very big shout out to Elite Zone Enterprise for providing us with this tablet. I mean, look at this tablet. Look at the size. It's small. It's cute. If you're an MC, you're a secretary, you're looking for something quick to put in key in data or handle your presentations and anything like that, this is the kind of device that you need. But hold on, it's not left out to MCs and secretaries. If you're a gamer looking to build a heavy PC for gaming, video editing, anything like that, or animations, contact Elite Zone Enterprise because they are the trusted source for all my PCs that I've built over the past years. So yes, Elite Zone Enterprise is the right place to go when you need anything PC or laptop or tablets. Let's get back into the video. Now, to end all the sad parts, I mean, I'm saying the sad parts in the sense that, all the problems. What was like your proudest moment when it happened?
My proudest moment was, so there is this part of the application that whenever someone signs up or subscribes, I get an alert on Telegram, right? And that was back in the days. And when I started seeing alerts from people that I don't know, I haven't spoken to before, but most of the time, when a recommendation when a recommendation comes in like that, it's through someone I know. So when we started seeing people that were coming in that we haven't spoken to, and they went through the entire platform, paid for it, and they were using it, we're like, dude, we're rich. Like at this point, like we are not like the problem we are solving is now real. Like people are actually finding value without even talking to us, because it takes a lot to give money to something on the internet without meeting the person behind it or the team behind it.
Yeah.
Right, it takes a lot. So when we started seeing that sign, I was like, dude, this is it. Like we've cracked it. We just have to keep going at it. Yeah.
So back to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
As KeepUp has grown, how has your own role grown in the team?
So for the longest time, I was doing this solo. So that was from building, deploying, talking to customers, designing, editing. Like I was wearing so many hats. You think I was wearing the top hat? Like it's crazy. So, but as I recently got two extra people to join the team, like two co-founders. They've been amazing. They've taken a lot of the workload from me. So right now is uh leading has become like learning how to delegate without micromanaging, because I've been doing like most of it myself, and I'm learning how not to micromanage, because I'm like, this thing has to be right, it has to work very well, and because we people are actually relying on us to run their business, and we wouldn't want to give them any reason not to trust that we are here for them and we are here to see them win. So that's been one of the uh, things I'm managing, trying to figure out, like,
Leading without
delegating.
micromanaging.
Yeah, leading without micromanaging. Yeah,
It's always a problem for every leader.
yeah,
Even for my team, sometimes I myself am learning not to do that
like,
and
same.
leave things to them for them to now know how
How
to
to
do
do?
it
Yeah,
without having to say, do this. I mean,
yeah.
so now, were there any insights that your customers gave that completely changed your directions?
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said before, customer feedback is really, really important to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to, um, there was a point where we had so many modules, right? So many directions out. Because every time we get a feedback from a customer, like, okay, let's build this, let's build that, let's build this. Then we had a demo call with a customer one time, and they were asking this series of questions like, um, what exactly can I use this for? Because this is my type of business. Do you have the solution that works for? So they were into um cold store, right?
Okay.
Like they sell meats and stuff. So do you have a solution for cold store people? And we're like, oh, this is for everybody. No, no, no. Like we have these peculiar things that we do. So do you have something that will work for it? And we had it, but it was fragmented in the application. Like you have to go here and go there before you can get access to it. So from that interaction, I was like, you know what, let's take a look at all the businesses that we have and see if we can clearly group them into different industries and see the things that they all have in common, so that we build a system towards these industries and not try and build for everybody, because we can't build for everybody. For example, we had a client that runs a restaurant, which was a dining restaurant, and they were asking for features for like having table kind of interface where you can know, okay, this table is having this
Is
tab,
booked.
yes, booked and things like that. And when we implement something like that, it now affects other users' experience. So we're like, nah, this system is not for uh businesses that like restaurants that are dining. But if you run a business that you do pickup and delivery, perfect, right? Because you can manage that easily. So if you're a business that you use both food, you can use this platform to manage your stuff. So yeah, that these are the ways that they've like help us streamline the products, clearly know what industries we are building for, and what problems we are not solving or we are not touching.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, within the African, business landscape, right?
Yeah.
How do you see the digital tools, like the sections that you have within KeepUp Store, transforming how the small businesses operates? Because me, if maybe say I sell hair extensions,
Mm-hmm.
how do you see the tools within KeepUp, transforming the way I'm doing my business?
Okay. So one way that keep up transform businesses, right, is because you are when you start using it to manage your business, like collecting sales, just using the sales module pulls out so many data. So for example, you send an invoice to 20 different customers. By the time you're done, you have 20 customers in your customer list, right? Now, with that, you can also have the inventory that you're selling, your product analytics. Now, this gives you insights on, okay, you shipped in a certain kind of wig, but this particular wig is being sold the most. That is an easy information to get. But something that is difficult to get with manual system is to go and look at a particular customer and see their purchase pattern. Because you have to do a lot of flipping through pages to compare their
Mm-hmm.
purchase over time, or get a book for each customer, which is not realistic. So when you have such information, you now know, okay, you need to stock more on this kind of products, or maybe perhaps selling hair, hair is something that customers tend to rebuy over a certain period of time. So it's easy for you to know that, oh, this customer bought this a while back and it's around, let's say it's been 4 months. You can send them a message again that, oh, we have another version
This
that
in
looks
stock.
like this. So, and we just restock. So because you are a loyal customer, here's a discount. And that retargets existing customers, which increase sales. Because business owners tend to always want to go out and find new customers, forgetting that they already have customers they've sold to and they are easier to sell to them again.
Yeah.
But because the data is not there to know which customers they sold to and what did they sell to and can they sell again or what can they upsell on what they sold to them, they are not able to do these things. So having the platform helps you do these kind of things,
Mm.
right? At the end of the day.
I think one of the biggest problems small and medium scale businesses have is data. They do not know how to keep their data, how
Okay.
to use their data, and how to weaponize the data that they have.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
using the word
yeah.
weaponize because when he mentioned retargeting, that's essentially weaponizing the data that you have.
Yeah.
And it's for me, since I am a user, I'll share my experience. In using it, I'm able to see like every single product that I've ever sold, the times in which I sold them, the volume and the quantity that I sold. So now, next year, if I'm planning to do any form of advert, I know what I will be advertising.
Yeah.
And I have everybody's numbers, everybody's emails. I could easily just draft a nice message, put a link in that, push that, and all the customers that I have already will be informed about the new products that I have. And tada,
Yeah.
money is made. Now, what's next for KeepUp?
So, for the longest time, we don't have a mobile app.
No, you used to have.
Yeah, we used to have, but it was creating problems because we're building and learning at the same time, we didn't prioritize mobile because mobile tend to have difficulty when you're shipping changes rapidly, right? So we focus on web because web we can ship changes very quickly. When there's an issue, we can deploy very quickly where the user wouldn't have to re-download the app. Just visit it, refresh the page, and they have the changes. So we didn't prioritize mobile. So there was a point where we were trying to use the technology to package the web in a mobile form, but we started having that issue where we'll ship changes and the users were not getting it because the tech that we're using it wasn't built to do that kind of thing. It was built to convert web applications that were not changing that rapidly, right? So that was the issue. So what is next is I'll be rolling out a mobile app next year, early part of next year in January, and we have some new features that we're also rolling out because our goal is how can we drive leads and sales for the users of the platform and what tools can make these possible. So those are the features that will be rolling out coming next year.
Now, for young, I mean, young, when I say young, please, you can be 50 and still be young. You're young at heart. Thank you very much. So, for young innovators and founders listening, what's one piece of advice you'd give them?
Advice. Have I even gotten anywhere?
I mean, that's a good one.
So I think I tend to work with frameworks, right? So I need certain things to be what is always true and just work with that and build on top of that. So one thing I've come to understand is money always chases value. So when you find a problem and you're able to, and a problem is something that is a huge pain point, but there's a lot of problems around us, like a lot of problems around us. And if you're able to find any of these problems and carve out a solution that works for it, and you can get somebody that has the problem, not just find a problem and be like, I've seen this problem, be in your room and build, right? You find a problem, you talk to people that have that kind of problem, understand what have they tried, why are they still having a problem with what they've tried, what are the challenges with what they've tried, and those let you know, okay, how the solution should be. And when you build it out and you show it to such a person, because that's the problem that they have, they will start using it. And when they adopt it, that is enough. If you get like two people that really find value in it, just look for similar people like that and keep
Ta-da.
going. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's words of wisdom. Now we're going to move into the game sections, right? I like the spots a lot. Quick picks. We are playing
Okay.
quick picks.
Okay.
So, morning person or night owl?
I don't sleep early, so night owl.
Coffee or tea? Coffee or tea while working?
Does it have to be one of?
Yes, one or the other.
I'll go with tea.
You go with tea. Green tea or lemon tea? Or black tea?
As long as it's herbal, I'm good.
As long as it's herbal.
Yeah.
Herbal tea. Laptop or whiteboard brainstorming?
Whiteboard. I feel like tech is still getting there in how we interact with each other. So whiteboard is like one of the quickest way to, get an idea out, because you write. It's natural. You can draw on a laptop unless it's a touch screen, but it's still weird. Whiteboard is like my go-to. Yeah.
I see. Email or WhatsApp for business?
Email. You need to have everything tracked for evidence purposes. You never know. You never know.
Why do I have a feeling like
Yes.
that statement is coming from somewhere?
It's
What's
coming
that
from
about?
experience. Coming from there was this time where a customer requested that we reset the account for them, and we're like, oh, they send it through WhatsApp. I was like, all right, cool, we'll do that. And I didn't know they had their chat set to hidden messages. So we went in, reset it, and was like, oh, you guys, you deleted all my thing. I was like, dude, that was what you requested for. So since then, we're like, everything has to be sent to an email so that we have a trail, because you can't delete the email. We have a copy as well. And
Oof.
yeah, so
I can feel that in my bones.
email over WhatsApp. Yeah.
First app you check when you wake up.
It used to be Telegram, but now it's Slack, because we moved the entire team to Slack. So
Okay. Higher for skill or higher for attitude?
I'll hire for attitude, because skill can always be built. Can always build skill.
Don't you think it would take a long time to build a skill?
A terrible team member can cause a lot of damage.
Have you had an experience with a terrible team member?
Yeah, not with my current team.
Not with your current team.
From the past, where it wasn't great, because they were good, hands down, right? But when you needed them, when it mattered the most, they were not showing up, right? With excuses, there's excuses that. So I'll pick somebody that has a great attitude towards work and is willing to learn, because I think we have this mentality like everybody's on this planet to do one thing, but I believe as human beings, you can learn anything that you find interesting. It's not just one thing that you can say you're good at. As long as you're open to learning new things, finding interesting things, you can learn different stuff. So that way, if you have a good attitude, you can learn any skill. And now with the help of AI, dude, I'll still pick somebody with an attitude, because I think I can even do what a skilled person is doing 10 times better.
I see.
Right, without complaining. So
I see. So wait, but what are your thoughts on AI though?
I feel like for me there are two parts of it, right? There is the large language model part, which is the text-based one, and there is the image generative one, the videos and stuff. I feel like the large language one is amazing and it's very helpful, but the other part is where I have concerns, because most of the world's population are visual beings. We see, and that's how we interact with the world. Now, for you to be able to manipulate that is, you're heading towards changing reality as it is. Right?
But is that reality? Would it be reality at that point?
Yeah, because there are some AIs that are really good. The thing that people forget is what is on the market that everybody get their hands on. That is the one they decide to put up.
I like the way you said it.
Because the companies that are putting this technology out they test this model, this LLMs, this large language model. before they roll it out. And there are some things that they don't roll out because of laws that we have, and the law is even still yet to catch up to the
it.
pace at which this AI thing is moving. So you can have a court case where, let's say, you're arguing over something, and back in the day, a footage would have settled the matter easily, but now that is even contested, right? That how real is this?
Yeah.
Is this AI generated? So it's something that is of huge concern when it comes to the AI space. But I feel like the large language model for text is changing how we learn, how we understand the world. Because information used to be locked behind traveling abroad or behind paying huge sum of money to learn.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to learn how to, let's say, for example, building the systems that we do, we used to spend so much time, working with copywriters to help us, correct our grammar here and things like that. Grammarly came and was like really cool, but now people are not even paying for Grammarly anymore. They have AI do all their copywriting for them, and it can do it in whatever tone you want it to do it in, which is bad for people that do copyright as a job. But that is the reality we live in, right? So whatever you want to learn, the information is there, the knowledge is there. Just go out and do it. So I think there is a lot of money to be made in this era that we are in, with people that really take like understand that there is no barrier. There's nothing that you want to learn that you can't learn now, and there's nothing that you want to implement that you can't implement now. Right. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Nice. If you could automate one part of your life, what would it be?
Work, so I can have time to spend with my family. Because why work? Like, what's the point of living? Living is not to work, right? So if I can automate,
What's the point of living then? What's the point of living to you?
To me, is to have experiences, right? To have experiences, to go out, meet people, learn new things, understand things from other people's perspective, not locked up in a room, typing your life away, or busy about your boss telling you that. But we should get to that point, right, where work should be automated so that we have more time to understand ourselves as human beings and live
Okay.
together peacefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not locked up in our rooms, typing our lives away. Sad for those typing their lives away. Anyways, round 2 of the questions.
Okay.
Would you rather lose your best developer for a month or your internet connection for a week?
Best developer.
Why?
I can replace him with AI, or I can replace him with an intermediary engineer with the help of AI. Dude, like, AI is crazy, my guy. I'm not joking. I feel like people are sleeping on this thing. People are sleeping on AI because there are, I think, was it during the course of the week, over 153,000 people were laid off in the state.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it what's it called? This company, was it Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon laid off, and
right?
like some companies too. And we are heading to like a phase where you can have, let's say for Intech, right? You can have a mid-level engineer with the help of AI, and that person is a senior level engineer. And as a result, you not hire entry level engineers, because that mid level guy can do the entry level work and do the senior level work. So companies are trying to reduce costs on employees. That's one of the factor why, like, there's a hiring freeze sort of, and it's difficult to find work. So yeah, I will lose my best engineer, and because right now the world relies on the internet, right? There's a whole economy that came into the picture as a result of internet coming into existence, right? So if that goes down, that takes down like a lot of economy. For example, mobile money can cease to work, and that's is one of the major way that people, like our generation, we pay for stuff now.
Yeah.
So it's very essential to the economy, right? To the point where it's almost like water and electricity, water and electricity sort of,
Yeah.
right? It has become like a utility that we have.
So you replace your engineer.
Oh yes,
Ooh. Engineer. You get an offer from an investor to double your valuation,
Okay.
but there's a catch. He's going to change your company vision. Would you take it or you leave it?
No, I'll leave it. But if the investors saw value that they would like to invest, that means there's another person to that see value that aligns with our vision. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, if you had to relaunch KeepUp Store today with one new feature only, what would it be?
It's going to be the sales, the invoicing part. I feel like at the end of the day, what matters is sales when it comes to businesses. What they care about the most is sales. They can lose their customer data, they can lose their expenses, they can lose everything, but they want to know how much money they are making because you need that information to know what is happening in terms of growth, right? Because you can be making 100,000 in sales a month, but if you can't see that, then you don't know what you're doing, right? So sales will be, the feature that I can launch alone. Actually, that was the first feature that was launched. So
That's
yeah.
So this final part is for you to complete the statement. A successful business is built on.
Interesting. I'll say a successful business is built on a clear problem statement, a well thought out solution, not perfect, but well thought out solution, and perseverance.
Why not perfect?
Because you don't need perfect, you need something that works. Perfection is something that's not attainable, right? It's you reach for um better, right? You reach for improvement, not perfection. Because perfection, I don't know if there's anything that you say is perfect. Otherwise, we will not be innovating, we will not be improving. Because I'm sure the person that invented um, the bubble as a light source was like, this is perfect, right? This will illuminate a room. Then somebody came like, you know what, let's have a bulb. Now that person thinks that's perfect. If I realize we have something else. So it's not about perfect, it's always striving for better or improvement.
The hardest lesson I've learned as a founder is
The hardest lesson I've learned as a founder. There's so many. I don't know which one is really hard. Is that no one is coming to save you.
hey.
No one is coming to save you. Like there is no free lunch. There is no handout. You have to show value. If you can't show value, then you don't have any. And value doesn't have to be something you create. It can be how you can sell yourself. That is value, right? That means you can help people sell stuff. So if you can't show your value, then you can't do anything. You can't do anything. Because as a human being, your value is in what you can do, at least for men. That is it. So yeah.
Okay. Now, if I wasn't building KeepUp Store, I would be.
Let me see. I'll go into carpentry. Yeah. I need to pick something that AI can come in yet. Right. I need to pick something that AI can come in yet. So I'll go into carpentry. I feel like I enjoy I think when you take the African market, right, we have a lot of amazing things that because they were not well documented, we don't like appreciate so much. And if you look at, let's say, the kitchen stool that we have, it hasn't been improved on for so many years. It's been the same way since I was a kid. And
Yeah, it's still the same design.
right. And there's no company that's even like, oh, you know what, we are shipping like that stool that you can assemble because it's really useful in home, right? And mass produce it that like the IKEA kind of way. I'm like, yeah, I like to go into carpentry, build stuff. I like building things in general, like sorry from yeah. I like going to carpentry. Right,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder.
Oh yes. Yes.
But yeah, it's really been interesting having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Getting to know like what the genesis of the application is. And I'd like to say a very big thank you for driving all the way from where you are coming from.
Sorry. God, the place was far. God.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to say a very big thank you. Now, to my audience, I'll need you to sign out. Tell them something. Tell them you were here.
Okay. All right. So, hello guys. I'd like to say thank you to Stanley for having me here. It's amazing to share my story. I think this is the second time sharing my story to an audience. The first one was on Clubhouse or some
Oh,
room
okay.
like that, yeah. But I think this line of question has got me thinking a lot. Because I think in the process of building, I haven't had time to, think about the journey so far. Because it's always like moving forward all the time. So yeah, the platform is KeepUp. We are always improving. It's Ghanaian built. We are trying to do something for our people, something that works for our people. So you can go to KeepUp.store, check it out, and keep watching this channel. There, I've seen a lot of amazing people come through to share their story, and I love the work that you're doing. It's amazing. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you. I want to cry. But thank you so much for coming. And
All right.
thank you to my viewers for watching. This is the part that usually gets difficult for me to do because it's a signing out. So we are going to do this differently. Let me adjust my chair a little bit. Now, join us in the conversation in the comments, okay? Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the process that he's gone through to develop KeepUp Store to what it is now. Let me know your process as well, like how things are going on your end, because I believe that many people watching this platform are also building something or are close to somebody building something. Share your experiences in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. Share it to the person who needs a way to keep records of their business. Oh, there's a surprise that we'll add to it. When the time for the surprise comes, we'll let you know. But thank you so much for watching this episode. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.